Welcome back. Now we have Haley Gilbert in studio to talk about the creative nonfiction reading. Hi Haley, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
So you were one of the participants in the creative nonfiction reading. What can you tell me about that?
Well, we had a really good time. I'm so glad that Marty Mahaly asked me to be a part of it. I felt really honored. We had 5 different speakers, myself, Heath Gabry, Curtis King, Ashley Sims, and Brianna Lichtenauer. And as far as student speakers, and then we also had an alum come back, Corey Dugas, and open the reading with a piece that she had written while she was at Baker.
So how did you end up being selected for this? Did the professor just ask you?
Yes, I actually took the paper that I presented at the reading to a conference last year, and I had a really good time and I learned a lot, and then she just asked me to be a part of this public reading, and so I said yes.
So tell me a little bit about this conference that happened.
Well, I've actually been to 2 different conferences. I've been to the Weber State Conference, which was the most recent one that I just went to, and then I've also been to NULC, which is the National Undergraduate Literature Conference. And I really enjoyed both of them. NULC has more to do, well, Sigma Tau Delta actually is the first one that I went to. And that was really interesting because that's just for English majors that are inducted into the Honorary Society. And you get a lot out of the conferences. You learn things that you would never learn in a classroom because you're exposed to all kinds of different writing from people at universities around the country. And then you also get to see the keynote speaker, who is usually a famous writer.
So these papers that you present then at the conferences but also at the readings, is this stuff that you write for class, or do you have to do this outside of class?
It's usually a little bit of both. A lot of times the paper will come from an assignment that you're given, but a lot of the work that you do is on your own. The writing, the editing, you spend a lot of hours working by yourself as well as in class.
So what kind of preparation did you do for the reading? Did you guys have to get together and practice?
We did do one practice, but mostly we just had to go through it on our own. A lot of us had to cut our pieces way down because they were much too long for the reading. We had to make cuts, we had to edit, we had to revise, and then just go over and over them again so that way the reading would go smoothly.
So how was the turnout at the reading?
I was really happy with the turnout. Marty was saying at the end of the night that it's not like athletics. We don't have people coming out screaming for us and yelling for us every week, and a lot of people don't recognize the arts at Baker and just in general. So it was just really nice to have a good crowd there, and people seemed interested and they were receptive and very supportive and congratulatory afterwards. So I appreciated that a lot.
So from what I understand, this is going to continue throughout the year to celebrate the 150th. There's going to be a series of these readings?
Yeah, Marty's been really amazing at bringing people to Baker from outside of Baker and then also exhibiting student writing. And the reading series, if I'm not mistaken, is going to feature Laura Moriarty next, who is a really great writer. She's written a book called The Center of Everything, and she also has a new book out, and I'm not sure of the title of it, but I'm definitely going to go and listen when she comes because I want to get a hold of her new book, and I'm excited about it. So people should definitely go and check it out.
So are there going to be more readings featuring students then, or is it just going to be alums?
I'm not sure. Typically in the past, we've had alums come back, or we've had like last year we had Candace Millard, who had written a book, and she came back to talk about that. She's a Baker alum, but also she's received a lot of recognition for her writing. So usually it's alums, but it was really nice to have this particular reading where it was just Baker students.
So what are your goals then for your writing? What do you want to do with your life?
Gosh, writing-wise, I just want to keep working on my writing. I have a really, really hard time with editing and revising, and I don't like to do it. I don't like to take criticism, I guess. It's hard for me because I just want to crank things out and have them be perfect the first time. But since coming to Baker and being in the creative writing program, I've really learned that that's just not how it works. And so I want to be more open to criticism and just be more open to editing and revising and just coming up with new ideas and brainstorming.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck with that, and
Thank you.
thank you for joining us.
Sure.
And now we have Jessica Beckem of Mungano in studio. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're the secretary of Mungano, and can you just start off by telling me a little bit about that organization for the people that don't know?
Well, Mungano is the diversity group, and we're just here to promote diversity on Baker's campus. And we do different things for different cultures, and we just want to promote diversity on Baker so everyone feels like they have a voice here.
So you say you do the different things for the different cultures. Can you give me an example of some of those things?
Well, last month was Hispanic Heritage Month, so we did salsa lessons. We made signs in the cafeteria that had the flags of different countries. And this month we plan on doing different things because it's Asian and Caribbean month that we're celebrating. So we're going to have Japanese signs, and we're going to do origami night. And we're doing also different things because at KU they have Step Africa, which represents the black fraternities and sororities that do stepping, and we're planning on taking a trip there.
Okay, all right. And can you tell me a little bit about the members of your organization? You said you were the secretary. Who are your other officers?
Well, our other officers, our president is Nicole Baumgarter. She's a junior. Our secretary is Kendra Scarborough. She's a junior as well. And our treasurer is Daitu De Salsa, who's a sophomore.
And how did you get involved with this group when you came to Baker?
Well, I got involved because my RA was the treasurer my freshman year, so she got me involved. And so I've been involved since my freshman year.
And would you say that it's been a pretty rewarding experience? How would you describe it?
It really has. We do a lot of different things, and I really enjoy it. I think that it's really fun. We do a lot of fun activities like the day auction, which is one of our big charity events. And it's something for everyone.
So can you tell me a little bit more about what this date auction is?
Well, the day auction, normally we give the money to Habitat for Humanity, but this year we're going to do it for Hurricane Rita victims. And all it is we ask different organizations on Baker's, the houses and football and other sports, we ask them to have someone auction off for a date, and all the money goes to charity.
And how do you decide what charity you're going to donate to?
Well, this year we just decided because we got a letter from alumni from Baker that were really interested in Hurricane Rita and helping them, so that's how we decided this year.
So does your group have like a faculty sponsor then, or is it just student-led?
Well, Ron Holden is our advisor, and Tracy Floriani was, but she's been really busy, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, about how many students do you have involved right now?
Well, right now, our meetings, we look at like 34 people coming, so it's been a really good year so far.
Is that about average then for most years, or?
I think last year it was a little less, so it's looking real good. And normally, we're hoping that it stays good and we get more people. Because normally, as the year goes on, fewer people, they get more busy, so they stop coming. But we're hoping to keep those numbers.
So how frequently do you guys meet?
We meet every Thursday, so at 8 o'clock in the Union.
Okay, all right. Well, is there anything else you want to share with us about Mungano?
Well, I just want to share that it's a very good organization, and I hope everyone will come out and join in on our activities. Whenever we're doing something, it's open for everyone. Anyone can come. So.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now we're going to take a quick commercial break.